greetings one and all. World Rocket Health is here with you from Istanbul in Turkey. This is the 10th anniversary of my spiritual awakening. I'm releasing a series of videos commemorating 10 years of spiritual and inner growth. Part 4 today is time. Following on from yesterday, in which I talked about patience, time is a very natural follow-up, I feel. And time is an interesting one because it exists and it does not exist. I alluded to earlier how time is illusory when we look at everybody's different perspectives of it. I will go a bit further into detail here. Now, first of all, time does exist. It is a real thing in what we call consensus reality, the version of reality we can all agree upon. There is time divided into 24 hours, minutes, and it's significant because our whole society and world operates around this concept being valid. So having a good understanding of time is very important, even though, as we're going to hopefully explore a bit more, once you actually look into the meaning of time, you actually realize that the consensus reality understanding of time, the 24 hours, is actually an illusion. It's not the whole truth. It's part of the truth, but it's not the whole truth as it pertains to the nature of who we are. Understanding time is important because a lot of us stress about it, and a lot of us feel that we have a limited amount of time. Even those of us who are good at managing it and who are very successful, we are still operating under the assumption that there is not enough time. So that inevitably limits us or holds us back because we think we cannot do X, Y, Z because X, Y, Z in a different area is taking up precious resources. What I have really learned to do a lot is to plan my time and plan what I'm going to do at certain hours of the day, but then make allowances for the fact that I might be derailed, or what I thought would take an X amount of minutes would sometimes takes a bit less, sometimes takes a bit more, and learning to just relax about it and to really trust in the process of the universe. Sometimes you have to listen to the signs. You finishing something later than usual is usually a sign that a certain amount of effort needs to be placed somewhere else. So learning to really listen to and relax into that has helped me a lot. I might wake up thinking I have 2 hours to do X, Y, Z. I get to it and I end up having only 1 hour because some other commitment comes up, or I get sidetracked by something unexpected that happens in my house or in my work life. So relaxing into it and letting it be has really helped me to not stress about time a lot. I recently finished my third read-through of this book, The Big Leap, and the author, Gay Hendricks, talks about this concept of Einstein time, in which he explains that you are actually the source of time. And taken in consideration of what I mentioned earlier about how we all perceive time differently, and an hour for me might take 1,000,000 years if I'm doing something very boring. An hour for somebody else might be having the time of their life on holiday and it goes by in an instant. My perception of time compared to this chap on holiday are very, very different. And what Gay Hendricks talks about in this book, Einstein time, pretty much elaborates on this concept that you are the source of time. You can actually create as much of it as you want. Realizing that you can use a certain amount of time and then fill it up by really focusing on the moment and the process of doing something, regardless of how boring or how mundane it might be. For example, you have to commute 2 hours to work. You might not have earphones. You might you have this feeling that we call in reality boredom. Learning how to focus on that moment and being absorbed in the moment and really feel the feelings in that 2 hours rather than stressing about not having anything to do can actually amplify time. You create a space in yourself that allows creativity to emerge. So another practical application of Einstein time is to be flexible with it. Allow allow things to happen as they will. Do what you want to do, enjoy it. If you find that you have a lot of free time, some of us might stress out because we didn't plan anything, things get cancelled. That's a blessing. That might mean that the universe is pushing you towards doing something which maybe you're putting off, or maybe it's hinting towards you needing to go towards a place in which you hadn't, in order to go out of your comfort zone, whether it's trying out some healthy foods, or maybe contacting somebody who you need to contact because they might help you with a certain issue which you need to look at in your life. So time, deceptively simple, but very, very, very worth making the most of. Peace, guys. Cheers.